Hey everyone, it's Pearlescent Toys back in today's video with another Marvel Legends action figure review, and today we are looking at ELECTRO Francine Frye from the newest Spider-Man Retro Collection wave. Ryan Otley's art right there. Ooh! Let's take a look at the back of the box, which has a bio. When Francine Frye absorbs the powers of ELECTRO, she uses the ability to manipulate electricity to transform from accomplice to supervillain. Yeah, I can't wait to take a look at this one. So without further ado, let's get into the review. Francine Frye would make her first appearance in the comics in Amazing Spider-Man Volume 3, issue number 2 in May of 2014. Did she just die? Okay, I get it now. Frye, because she got fried by ELECTRO. Oh my god, comics are so stupid. She would become ELECTRO in Amazing Spider-Man Volume 4, issue number 17 in August of 2016. This is the very first time we are getting this character in the Marvel Legends line. This is a very nonsensical decision, in my opinion. Already off the bat, I'm getting nitpicky. The boots are painted on instead of sculpted in a yellow plastic. They are painted on top of a black plastic. You don't want to paint a lighter color on top of a darker color because that darker color tends to seep through and it throws off the color balance, you know? And that's really apparent when you look at the feet, which are sculpted in a yellow plastic. It is just a completely different looking color to the paint. And the paint apps for the boots, not so crisp. Moving up to the thigh, this is decent. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but they did actually match the painted green to this molded green up here. Ooh, it kind of looks a little weird from behind. Behind.
Stop it. Get some help.
Thank you for 4K subscribers. You guys all watch me for this. Yeah, the color balancing on this figure, a little shaky. Moving to the lower torso, and I kind of want to say this is brand new. Because these, oh my god, could it be pouches? What use does ELECTRO have for these pouches? I don't care. Pouches are awesome. I want to say it's new because I don't recognize this lower back muscle or this butt for that matter. Yeah, here we get to the upper torso. This is what I was talking about, the Red Widow. I praised that figure very heavily last year. You know what, let's just look at the paint. I'm done here. You have the iconic ELECTRO lightning bolts going down the center here. And I think the straight lines are painted very nicely. It does get a little iffy up here around the shoulders. You can see it's a little fuzzy. Speaking of shoulders, these shoulders are molded in a yellow plastic. It's followed up by black molded arms with green paint right there. These lines are very crisp. The gloves, oh man, it's the same issue as the shins. It's mostly yellow. I just don't understand why they didn't mold it in that yellow plastic. Maybe because it would mess with the arm joint right here. Yeah, that's probably the same reason why they didn't do it down here. Because, you know, the yellow would go up here, the hinge would still be black. Okay, I understand now. Still though, looks a little shaky. You can see the hands are molded in a very vibrant bright yellow plastic. No alternate heads, so we'll just be looking at her singular head sculpt right here. And yeah, it is a really cool recreation of that classic ELECTRO mask. The back being form-fitting, and then the front just having that wild electric design right there. The face is just sinister as hell. That giant evil grin, that looks fantastic, you know.
Say that again?
I gotta stop saying fantastic in my reviews. I'm doing this to myself. I can't praise Hasbro enough for their head sculpts as of late. They are just knocking it out of the park. They're on a generational run right now. For accessories, she comes with 2 fisted hands and 2 open hands. And probably what I am most excited about, the electricity effects. For some reason, this was a detail I didn't notice, or maybe they didn't say. They have little hooks on the inside. Wrap that hook around the wrist and it is secure in place. And they are ginormous too. And the blue translucency, it just looks so incredible. And what I think is cool is that the ELECTRO figure has yellow electricity effects. So if you have them both displayed on the shelf, it'll be a little different, you know? Now going over articulation, the head is able to move up this much and look down this much. She has a bit of pivot and some side to side movement. Her arm is able to move up this much and it rotates at the shoulder. Upper bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow that's able to bend in this much, and your standard wrist hinge allowing her hand to move up, down, and twist all the way around. She has a single diaphragm joint, which allows her to bend back this much and go forward this much. That joint does have a really good amount of pivot and some side-to-side movement. Her leg is able to kick up this much, go out to the side that much, and go back not really at all. Upper thigh swivel, and a double jointed knee, which is able to bend back this much. And her foot is able to move this far down, this far up, and she has pivot. And now on to the size comparisons. Here we have Electro next to Agent Venom and Kane Parker, Spider-Man Unlimited and Chameleon. Here she is next to her male counterpart Electro, Renew Your Vows and Ultimate Spider-Man, Amazing Fantasy 15 and 90s Animated Spider-Man, Deadpool and Hydra Bob, Darwin and Morbius, Stan Lee and Squirrel Girl, and finally Jeff the Landshark and Spider-Ham. Alright, time for my final rating and my overall thoughts. I think I'm going to give Electro here a final rating of 8 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, I think it is like barely an 8 out of 10 for me. There are quite a few issues that I take, especially with the paint apps, but for the most part, I really enjoyed the sculpt, and the paint apps aren't like atrociously bad. There's just a few missteps taken here and there. Once I got to that head sculpt, how beautifully sinister it looks, and most importantly, those electricity effects, I was just completely won over. The pure versatility of those electricity effects, I just cannot wait to put them to use. But on Electro here, man, they look gnarly. If you can find these on clearance like a year from now, I would buy as many as you can. Like, these effects are truly splendid. So yeah, 8 out of 10. But yeah, that'll do for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below what you thought about the figure. I would love to see your guys' opinions. And while you're at it, like and subscribe and share with a friend. Anything you can do to support the channel will be greatly appreciated. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye. Today we are looking at, speaking of shoulders, these shoulders, excuse me,